Heidi, so just a quick video to talk through the questions you sent in. So with the gap analysis style question, these are completely, there's not much customization at all on these. They're pretty much come as is, and it's just a matter of filling in what options you want to appear for your participants here. The only options then are just to force the response and to switch from negative to positive rather than from positive to negative. But aside from that, there's no customization really available. You can't set up like display logic on it. You can't change the faces to be words. Nothing like that is available with the gap analysis style question. But one option that might be available to you is you might be able to set this up or something very similar using a side-by-side question type. So the side-by-side basically allows you to have different question types within each column. So you could set up a column that asks for these kind of ones across here. So I'm just going to go to column options. I'm going to add in an extra column answer here. I'm just going to make sure there's 5 of those. Then what I can do in here is I can say very happy, happy, neutral, unhappy, very unhappy, for example. So that just replaces your faces across the top here. Then for the second column, I can change this to be an open-ended text, for example. So I can have them fill in text for these answer choices. I can have them to be these other answer choices here. So we could fill in options here. In the column options, then we can change that to be a drop-down list. We can change it to be a multiple answer so they can select multiple ones of these. And then if you really want to, you can add another column. And in here we can remove a column answer and then change this one to be just a text entry, because I know you were saying you want some of these to be actual checkboxes and another to be a text entry. So that's another option here. The difference between this and the gap analysis is that when you have your points across the top here, there's no way to change them for each different scale or statement along the left hand side. So all of these here will be working off the same scale points across the top, whereas with the gap analysis you're able to put in some options here for this statement and then completely different options here for this statement. But aside from that, this isn't possible. In terms of your display logic, if they say very happy, very unhappy, it's not really possible. It's not possible to set that up even with the side by side. It would be a matter of having this question here and then creating this in a completely different question and then having some display logic on that that says only if they select very unhappy or unhappy, then make this question display for them. You can do that for different answer choices, but then it would have to be on a separate page in order for that to work. So it's kind of just a matter of thinking through and deciding which option you think might be best. There's probably going to be some questions you have on this, but if you decide which one you want to go with and if you want to ask some more detailed questions, especially around this, because I know it can get quite complicated, please just let me know and I'll be able to talk you through it. The final question you said was about expanding the survey width. This is kind of dependent on the theme that's being used as well, because some themes will take up a lot more of the page and have a smaller area for the question type. But aside from that, there's no way of expanding these or decreasing the size of these to stretch across the screen more. The only option you really have is, especially in this one, is to reduce the size of the question columns if your question choices are quite small or have quite a little text. But this isn't possible with the gap analysis. It just stays at this side and it's just not changeable. So have a look over this and let me know if you have any questions.